When it comes to farming history, sometimes the smallest machines made the biggest impact. Today we're diving into the world of compact tractors, those nimble workhorses that revolutionized small-scale farming, gardening, and changed how we think about what a real tractor could be. These aren't just miniature versions of their larger cousins. They're engineering marvels that packed incredible innovation into surprisingly small packages. The John Deere 140 didn't just show up in 1968. It redefined what people expected from a garden tractor. Back then, most garden tractors were little more than an overbuilt lawnmower with basic gear-driven transmissions. Then John Deere introduced something different, their first garden tractor with true hydrostatic drive. Unlike traditional transmissions with fixed gear settings, this setup allowed stepless speed control using a foot pedal. Push to go faster, ease off to slow down, all without shifting gears. Better yet, you could change ground speed without affecting implement performance, which made precision work in gardens and landscapes way easier. Under the hood was a cast-iron Kohler K321 AQS engine, a tough, reliable workhorse that, with regular maintenance, could run for decades. This wasn't just some throwaway machine. It was built like a scaled-down farm tractor. One of the 140's most impressive features was its optional hydraulic system, something rare in compact tractors of this era. With it, you could add a front-mounted lift to handle snowblowers, blades, or even a front-end loader. Seeing a garden tractor lifting and moving material like a much bigger machine turned heads. Today, collectors go out of their way to find well-preserved John Deere 140s. Many are still in perfect working order more than 50 years later, a true testament to John Deere's build quality. The Ford 1200 may have been small, but it was no lightweight. Introduced in 1979 and built by Shibara of Japan, it combined Japanese engineering quality with Ford's brand recognition in the US. The result? A compact diesel tractor that punched well above its weight. At just over 4 feet tall at the steering wheel, it looked small enough to be mistaken for a toy. But under that compact blue hood was a rugged 2-cylinder diesel engine known for its efficiency and long-term durability. With proper maintenance, these engines could go for decades. One of its standout features was the 12-speed manual transmission, something you just didn't see on many compact tractors at the time. With 12 forward gears, operators could fine-tune their speed for just about any task, from delicate cultivation to general farm work. The 3-point hitch system was another surprise. Despite its small size, the Ford 1200 could run a range of implements typically used with larger machines. That made it a practical and affordable option for small farms needing serious capability without investing in a full-size tractor. And during the fuel-conscious days of the late 70s and early 80s, its thrifty diesel engine became a major selling point. It could run all day on just a few gallons of fuel, ideal for farmers watching their fuel bills. Oh, and real quick, if you're enjoying this kind of content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps out my channel. The International Harvester Cub Lo-Boy 154 was a smart evolution of a proven design, tailored for the growing needs of groundskeeping and estate maintenance in the late 1960s. Produced from 1968 to 1974, the 154 offered a lower, more compact profile than traditional tractors, perfect for working under tree canopies and between tight rows of plantings. Built on the trusted Farmall Cub platform, the Lo-Boy 154 wasn't a total redesign, but rather a re-engineered version with practical improvements. By lowering the operator position and reducing the tractor's overall height, International Harvester created a machine that could go places most other compact tractors simply couldn't. One of its modern touches was a 12-volt electrical system, which provided more reliable starting and better support for electric-powered accessories, something that was becoming more common in that era. Power came from the proven C60 4-cylinder engine, the same one found in earlier Cub models, putting out around 15 horsepower. While not a powerhouse, it was more capable when paired with the right implements. Even with its lower stance, the 154 maintained excellent weight distribution and stability, making it a favorite for working on uneven ground or gentle slopes. For estate managers, parks departments, and groundskeepers, it was a dependable, go-anywhere machine that got the job done. The Massey Ferguson 135 is one of the most respected utility tractors of its era, straddling the line between compact and full-size performance. Produced from 1964 to 1975, it became a global favorite among small-scale farmers thanks to its reliability, simplicity, and impressive power for its size. At its core was the legendary Perkins 2.5-liter 3-cylinder diesel engine. Rated at around 45 horsepower, it wasn't flashy by today's standards. But in the 1960s and 70s, it struck the perfect balance of fuel efficiency, torque, and dependability. Even better, its straightforward design meant most repairs could be handled with nothing more than a few basic tools. What made the 135 especially useful in the field was the available multi-power transmission. This feature let operators shift between high and low ranges on the move, effectively giving 12 forward speeds instead of the standard 6 or 8, ideal for matching ground speed to a variety of jobs. Its hydraulic system also delivered solid performance, with enough lift capacity to handle implements that previously required larger, more expensive tractors. That capability opened the door for many farmers to modernize their operations without breaking the bank. Perhaps the clearest sign of the MF-135's legacy is its continued presence in agriculture today. Thousands of them are still hard at work around the world, some with nearly 60 years of service behind them and still going strong. The bright orange Allis-Chalmers B10 made a big impression when it hit the market in 1963. At a time when many garden tractors were light-duty machines built mostly for mowing, the B10 offered something sturdier, borrowing real engineering concepts from full-size farm tractors. Built through a partnership with Simplicity, the B10 featured a heavy-duty box-section steel frame that resisted flexing under load, something that set it apart from many garden tractors of the day. It gave backyard users a machine that felt closer to a scaled-down farm tractor than a glorified lawnmower. Under the hood, the B10 was powered by a 10-horsepower Kohler K-Series engine, plenty of grunt for its size. Its 6-speed transmission, plus reverse, gave operators solid control, whether trimming the yard or breaking new ground for a garden bed. What really made the B10 stand out was its versatility. With both front and rear attachment points, it could run everything from snowblowers to plows. The mounting system used real hardware, pins, brackets, and steel linkages, making it far more durable than the lightweight setups found on many competitors. Today, the B10 enjoys a loyal following among collectors and hobby farmers. Plenty of these machines are still going strong after nearly 60 years, a testament to their thoughtful design and rugged construction. For many, the B10 hits the sweet spot between small tractor power and garden tractor convenience. The Bolens HT-23 doesn't always get the recognition it deserves, but in the world of heavy-duty garden tractors, it was way ahead of its time. Introduced in 1979, the HT-23 walked the line between a garden tractor and a compact utility tractor, delivering serious muscle in a surprisingly compact package. At the core was a 23-horsepower Kohler twin-cylinder engine, a beast compared to the typical 10 to 16 horsepower models of the era. That extra power wasn't just for show. It let the HT-23 handle attachments and workloads that would easily overwhelm smaller machines. What really made the HT-23 stand out was its hydraulic system. While most garden tractors had basic mechanical lifts, this one featured a full hydraulic circuit with multiple ports. That meant it could power front-end loaders, backhoes, and other demanding implements with precise control and real force. Its frame was built like a tank, heavy-gauge steel reinforced with cross-bracing to take on the stresses of serious attachments. Paired with a hydrostatic transmission, the HT-23 offered smooth, variable speed control without the need for shifting gears, making it easy to operate under varying loads and terrain. For property owners in the 1980s who needed more than a basic mower but didn't want the size or cost of a full utility tractor, the HT-23 was the ideal solution. Its strength, versatility, and smart design helped carve out what we now think of as the premium garden tractor category. The Cub Cadet Original didn't just kick off a product line in 1961, it helped define a new category in outdoor power equipment. Built by International Harvester, the original was designed to meet the needs of a rapidly growing suburban population. Rather than repurpose existing lawnmower parts, IH created a rugged, scaled-down machine that brought real tractor design to residential users. At its core was the dependable Kohler K161 engine, a 7-horsepower cast-iron workhorse that proved surprisingly tough. Though modest by today's standards, these engines were known for their longevity and simple maintenance, often running strong long after the rest of the tractor showed its age. The original also featured a 4-speed transmission and a heavy-duty frame, making it more than just a mower. Whether equipped with a deck, snow blade, or tiller, it had real versatility, and that iconic white and yellow paint scheme, it became one of the most recognizable looks in lawn and garden equipment. For today's collectors, the Cub Cadet Original is a highly sought-after machine, not just because it was the first, but because it was built with the kind of quality that's hard to find in modern residential equipment. The Case 444 didn't just improve on existing garden tractor designs, it introduced features that were well ahead of its time. Built by J.I. Case beginning around 1970, the 444 offered a level of hydraulic power and control that most competitors couldn't match. At the heart of the 444 was its hydrostatic drive system, which replaced the traditional gear-based transmissions found in most garden tractors of the era. Instead of shifting and clutching, operators had smooth, infinite control of speed in both directions, perfect for grading, tilling, or snow removal where precision matters. Power came from a 14-horsepower Onan twin-cylinder engine, mounted low in the frame to keep the machine stable, even when handling front-mounted implements or uneven ground. But what really set the 444 apart was its hydraulic system. Unlike the mechanical lift systems common at the time, the 444 allowed for true hydraulic control of implements, giving the operator precise depth and positioning typically found only on larger agricultural tractors. And while it wasn't called Case-O-Matic on this model, the 444 featured a clever quick-attach system that let users swap implements in minutes without tools, an innovation that made it easier than ever to get more done with a single machine. The Sears Suburban 12 was more than just a garden tractor. It was a symbol of a time when working-class families could buy serious machinery right out of a catalog. Sold through the iconic Sears mail-order system that reached millions of American homes, the Suburban 12 made real yard work and property maintenance accessible to the average homeowner. Built by Roper Corporation for Sears, the Suburban 12 came equipped with a tough 12-horsepower Tecumseh engine and a 6-speed transmission that gave it solid flexibility across a range of tasks. Its belt-driven system might seem simple by today's standards, but it was durable, easy to maintain, and remarkably long-lasting. One reason many of these machines are still running today. What really made the Suburban stand out was its full line of attachments. Mower decks, tillers, snow throwers, and plows could all be added using a bolt-on system designed for homeowners, with no fancy tools required. It was practical, adaptable, and built to work all year long. Sadly, Sears, once a household name that brought machines like the Suburban 12 into countless garages and barns, is no longer around. But the legacy of this tractor lives on. Collectors and DIYers continue to restore and run these machines, keeping alive a piece of suburban American history that helped define the post-war yard care boom. The Power King Economy Tractor might be the closest thing to a full-size farm tractor ever offered in compact form. Built in Wisconsin by the Engineering Products Company, these machines weren't just beefed-up garden tractors. They were designed from the ground up to do serious work on small farms and homesteads. The Power King used a pressed steel chassis and a robust automotive-style transmission with multiple forward and reverse gears. Early models ran on dependable Wisconsin engines, while later versions transitioned to Kohler power plants. Regardless of the motor, every model shared the same design philosophy: build it simple, strong, and easy to maintain. What really set these machines apart was the inclusion of a true rear PTO. That meant owners could run real implements like post-hole diggers, brush hogs, and even small hay balers, tools you'd expect to find behind much larger tractors. And on the 24-horsepower models, it wasn't unusual to see them plowing fields or hauling heavy loads around the farm. Today, Power Kings still have a dedicated fan base, and for good reason. These tractors are a rare example of compact equipment that stayed true to traditional farm tractor design. With their rugged construction, mechanical simplicity, and no-nonsense engineering, they've earned their reputation as one of the most capable small tractors ever made.